familiar with the line, kaka-computer mo yan? For me, a different version of it applies, and it's kakapuyat mo yan. It's the running joke in our family, and somehow, all the topics end up there. Ang sakit po ng ulo ko, kakapuyat mo yan. May pimple po ako, kakapuyat mo yan. And sadly, the truth is, since the beginning of the pandemic, I had been sleeping very late, from 12 midnight to 3 a.m. I was really living an unhealthy lifestyle. And yung 12 midnight po, maaga na yon kasi usually mga 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. talaga ako nakakatulog. And I was the only one in our family who didn't have any form of exercise. I was really living a sedentary lifestyle. But then everything changed when I had this realization. And it shook me. Now, by the grace of God alone, I am now able to sleep from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's still my ceiling. I wake up from 5:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. I am now able to work out for about 5 to 7 days in a week. So how did that happen? I want to share with you 3 things that I learned as I started to develop healthier habits. The first one is get rid of your excuses. I used to have a lot of excuses. I work long hours. Sometimes I have meetings up to 10 p.m. I would rather rest on my weekends. But then, my dad would always say, "Anak, disiplina lang yan." The truth is, we can't change unless we get rid of our excuses. We can always work around our lifestyle. Get rid of your excuses, but find out what works for you. As I mentioned, I have meetings sometimes up until 10 p.m. And if I set a sleeping time goal of 9 p.m., I would just get disappointed. That won't work. So you have to set something that would work for you. Set realistic expectations. So I would give myself, after that meeting, about an hour to relax, settle down. And my goal to sleep is 11 p.m. I also didn't like jogging at all before. So when I got interested in jumping ropes, I immediately got myself a pair. I also spent hours in the morning praying, reading the Bible. So I try to make sure that I only spend 15 to 20 minutes of exercise in a day. You have to find out what works for you. As an added incentive, I also love the outdoors. I love the trees. I love the sun. That's why I started working out outdoors in the park nearby. So find out what works for you. Get rid of your excuses. Find out what works for you. And the third one, I want to share with you the principle of no 0 days. Some days you won't feel like it, and that's just the reality. You can't force yourself. But you have to do at least the minimum. So when I don't feel like working out, I just try to get out on a walk or cycle for a few minutes. Or when I work really long hours, I try to maximize my limits by sleeping at 12 midnight and waking up at 7 a.m. And that's okay, as long as you try to be consistent as much as possible every day. So those are the 3 things, but this last one is really what changed it for me. New excuses may arise, my preferences may change, and my consistency may fail. But one thing kept me going, and one thing will keep me going, and that is my biggest why. I realized that I need to have a healthy lifestyle so that I would have the energy, the capability to really pour out my life for the calling that God has given me. Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins and forgave me, and I need to pour out all my energies, all my time, all my effort to let people know that. And if what will hinder me from doing that is poor health, then that would be sad. And if I can do something about it today, I will do it. It says in 1 Corinthians 10:31, whether you eat or you drink, whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Whether you exercise, sleep early, whatever you do it all for the glory of God. So, if you want to have healthier habits, it's good to try out different things. But at the end of the day, what would keep you consistent is you have to know your biggest why. Develop healthy habits, know your biggest why.